Hello YouTube, it's William. Let's talk about the Ulu. As you know, probably about a year ago I was messing around with the Ulu and the design and how to incorporate that into a knife and all this other stuff. Been fascinated with Ulus for a long time. And so I made this one several days ago, and it's a great Ulu. Very large, got an 8-inch blade. For a kitchen, hey, you can't beat this for veggies and scooping them up, putting them in the pot and all this other stuff. So I said, well, let's kind of scale this down a little bit. So I made a little necker Ulu, and it's yeah, little one right there. Hey, it does great. I love the way it cuts leather, very thin. It's great design. If you think about an Ulu goes all the way back to the Stone Age, because the stone tools that they use, this is how they gripped them. If you look at the knives that they used, the blades, they were curved, and you gripped them like an Ulu that we do today. Use them as a cut. They didn't have handles and all this other stuff until later on. Okay, that's something that we came up with. But the stone tools was gripped like, I didn't cut myself. It was gripped like this, and that's how they used them. And so that's the carryover from that age, and it works. It works very well. So after using this in the leather shop and everything for several days, I said we can improve on it. So let's see if I can improve on it. So I'm gonna take you into the grind room, and we're gonna design an Ulu, and we're gonna design it from the hand, using the hand and taking measurements from my hand, and I'm gonna make an Ulu from my hand. Okay? Come on with me. Should be fun. Before we go into the grind room, let me show you this finished knife. A lot of people wanted to see it finished. Has the Woodsman's grind, has a Scandi here into a saber. This is the blade shape is like the M18 or something like that. I can't remember the name of it. But this one has a 4-position handle. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. So this was a custom order. A customer asked me to do this. He liked the blade shape, but he wanted to make it with my grind and a different style of handle. So this is it. This is the sheath that goes with it. 1/4-inch harness leather. This is one more setup right here, I tell you. So there's the setup. All right. So some people wanted to see that finished, so there you go. All right. Now let's go do an Ulu. All right. I'm kind of limited on what we can do here. This is the only steel that I've got left. So the basic idea is we're going to work off of my hand here. Okay, so basic shape of the Ulu is I want it to where there's a sharp point that comes up and it comes down like the standard Ulu, but I want one side of it to be curved for skinning. Okay, but I want this point to come up for skinning purposes. Okay, you follow that right there? Something like that. And this is not to scale by any means. And then you got your handle, and I want the handle to where it comes up about the same height as this point. something like that. Okay, and then of course here's a blade down here. Something like that, kind of like a canoe, if you will. This here, the handle, I want it just big enough for these 3 fingers to fit in, like this, and then you have your other finger here. Okay, and so the point will come up to there. That's the general idea. Now let's see if I can't get this on this right here. All right. So if you measure these 3 fingers, that is about 2.5. So you're looking at 2.5 clearance, and this height here is a little high. So probably that right there, probably about 3 inches total is a good height. All right, so let's start sketching. We'll use all the steel we've got here. A lot of this knife design is just getting a pencil and a piece of paper or a piece of metal and just start drawing. This is more what I want here. It's going to be kind of hard for you to understand, but this is basically the line I want to follow here. This is going to be the blade, okay, and this is going to be the little handle for the supports for the handle here. I have about 2.5 in between this one and this one, so we'll be cutting it in here somewhere, right in here. And I want an inch clearance from my handle, so we'll stop it up here somewhere. I'll just leave this long for now, and then see if we can't cut this out. Alright, I know it ain't much to look at, so I'm going to take it over to the grinder and we're going to start shaping it up. Okay, we're going to put my stamp on it. Now, since this is a prototype concept, we're going to do a new type style of stamp. I've been doing a double stamp, but this we're going to do what we call a shadow stamp. I've been doing this on the last 2 prototypes you haven't seen yet. But anyway, I'll show you what that looks like. There, what you get is kind of a double stamp, looks like a shadow. Okay, and you'll really be able to see it once you heat treat it. Alright, we're going to wait for the kiln to heat up and heat treat it, and we'll get back to you. Oh, I did a convex grind on this because it's so small I can't hold on to it. The next one I do, after I use this one for a while and say, okay, this is a viable design, then I'll leave everything long so I can do a different grind on it. If I decide to do that, I may like the convex on. I like convex on certain tools, especially very thin metals. I like a convex because the edge is a little bit stronger, and you still don't have that thickness there that hinders you or is that hurts a convex, in my opinion. So it may work well on this. This one here is a convex, and it works very well. Talking about a leather machine, boy, I tell you what, this go through some leather. But it may work well on this one too. We'll see. But anyway, we're going to let the kiln heat up here. We got another 200 degrees, and then we're going to put it in the kiln and heat treat.